Forest. Something moves between the trees, and you have no idea what. Welcome to Dark Whispers, where shadows speak, and not everything lost in the woods wants to be found. Tonight's story takes us deep into the heart of Idaho's Nez Perce National Forest. In October of 2018, a young production assistant named Terrence Woods Jr. was working on a shoot for the Discovery Channel when he suddenly, and without warning, ran into the forest and was never seen again. The official story is baffling enough, but the real horror lies in the unexplained. Why did he run? What was he running from or toward? Tonight, we explore a terrifying, true encounter with the unknown. Make sure you're somewhere quiet, turn the lights down, and listen closely, because sometimes the forest listens back. Let me take you back to October 5th, 2018. Terrence Woods Jr. was a 26-year-old man from Maryland. Quiet, well-educated, deeply ambitious. He had worked with some of the biggest names in television, including BBC and National Geographic. But this time, he was on assignment with Raw TV, filming for the Discovery Channel's reality show, Gold Rush, Dave Turin's Lost Mine. The shoot was taking place in Idaho County, deep in the isolated Pine Bar area along the Clearwater River. It's the kind of place where GPS loses signal and cell towers don't reach. Just forest. Endless, silent forest. From what we know, Terrence arrived on site just a few days earlier. Crew members described him as professional, maybe a little reserved, but nothing unusual. That changed on the day he vanished. It was around 5:30 p.m. The crew had just wrapped up filming near the river. Terrence was supposed to be heading back to the production base. Then, suddenly, he dropped his walkie-talkie, turned, and ran full speed into the forest. Everyone froze. No words, no warning, no call for help, just gone. Several crew members immediately chased after him. They followed his trail for about 400 feet, but it was like the trees swallowed him whole. No footprints, no rustling branches, no sign of struggle, and no Terrence. The search began almost immediately. Idaho County Search and Rescue brought in helicopters, K-9 units, drones, and thermal imaging. For 5 straight days, they scoured the terrain. It's important to understand, this isn't just some woods. It's a rugged, mountainous region full of cliffs, ravines, and thick underbrush. But they found nothing. Not a piece of clothing, not a shoe, not a drop of blood. Nothing. Terrence had vanished. What makes this story even more unsettling are the inconsistencies in eyewitness accounts. One crew member said, he looked pale before he ran, like he saw something. Another claimed, he ran like someone was chasing him, but we didn't see anyone else. His father, Terrence Woods Sr., flew out to Idaho immediately. He said the area felt wrong. Like the trees were watching, he spoke to the sheriff, to the crew, but no one could give him a straight answer. His mother, Valerie, was even more disturbed. She revealed something chilling. Terrence had texted her just days before, saying he was uneasy, that something didn't feel right, that he wanted to come home early, but he never explained why. People started asking hard questions. Why did a healthy young man run into the wilderness without any gear or supplies? Why weren't the other crew members able to follow him beyond a few hundred feet? Why did the production team wait hours to report him missing? Even the sheriff's department seemed baffled. One theory? Terrence had a sudden mental break, but there's no history of that, not in his medical records, not from his family. He had no known issues with drugs, no erratic behavior before the incident. Another theory? He staged his disappearance. But he left his phone, passport, wallet, everything at the campsite. Then there's the local legend. The Nez Perce Forest is old, ancient, and there are stories, whispered among the locals, about people who vanish in the trees, about a presence out there. Hunters tell tales of hearing voices that aren't there. Hikers speak of cold spots in the heat of summer. Some believe the forest itself is alive, that once it takes you, it doesn't give you back. One crew member, who asked not to be named, said something strange. He wasn't running like he was scared. He was running like he was chasing something, like he was drawn to it. And here's where things get even darker. Some locals warned the production crew not to shoot in that area, not because of wildlife, because of something else, something unspoken. One old-timer in the area reportedly told a local news outlet, "That forest has things in it that don't belong to this world, things that don't like cameras." Terrence's case remains unsolved. Officially, he is listed as missing, presumed dead. But his body has never been found. No evidence of animal attack, no signs of foul play, just absence. His family still holds out hope. But the questions remain. Why did he run? Why did no one find a single clue? And what, if anything, was waiting for him in those woods? Some say he simply got lost. Others say he was taken, by man or by something else. But here's the part that sticks with me. Terrence was seen running into that forest. No one ever saw him come out. Thanks for listening to Dark Whispers. If you found this story chilling, follow us for more tales that reach beyond the edge of the known. In our next episode, we head to the Scottish Highlands, where a group of hikers found something buried beneath the stones and wished they hadn't. Until then, stay curious, stay cautious, and whatever you do, don't run toward the trees.